This program is brought to you by UCKG.
Welcome to our program, Problems and Solutions. A very good evening. It's a pleasure to be with you through this program here on Optakanalen, also on our Facebook page, where we are here Tuesday to Friday to pass to you these 50 minutes of faith, where we show you stories of people that their lives change. This program is for you who are hopeless, you who have so many problems that sometimes you don't know what to do, you who already perhaps even give up of life. You think that what you are going through right now is your destiny, that you're born to be like this. You know, we are here to tell you that there is a way out for you. Let's see these stories. I wanted to invite you for you to stop everything that you are doing. And if you are suffering, if you are in need of help, perhaps you need to talk to someone, you need a prayer, you need some counsel, advice, because of so many problems that you are going through and you don't have nobody to talk to, you can call us. Our number is below your screen. You can text us. If you are watching us on our social media, you can send a messenger. A message in our messenger on our Facebook, and we're gonna have people available to reply to you, to talk to you, and above all, to help you. And more than us, God is here through this program, ready to help you. Let's see this wonderful story, and we'll be back with you straight after.
A lot of depression, insecurities, addictions. I had a lot of anger. I would lash out very randomly. I tried to commit suicide once, and it was on Christmas Eve. My life at the moment is very good. Everything is developing, everything is growing in terms of my finances, in terms of even my family. Since my life transformation, my life has been going well for about 10 years now. I've been much better. It's helped me in many aspects of my life, financially, spiritually, which is the most important for me. It's helped me to overcome many problems I faced. Before, I faced a lot of depression, insecurities, addictions. I even attempted suicide at one point. I had a lot of medical problems. I had a lot of anger. I would lash out very randomly to anybody or anything. I tried to commit suicide once, and it was on Christmas Eve. There was a family issue, and when it came to Christmas, there was a lot of problems. Every Christmas, it would never end in a positive way. Someone would get into an argument with somebody else, and that Christmas Eve, I had an argument with my dad, and I was very angry to the point that I took 28 tablets, expected not to wake up the next morning, but I managed to wake up. That's when I packed my bag very early in the morning, and I ended up going back to the church to speak to the pastor about what I was going through. I found out about the Universal Church through evangelism. Someone evangelized me, and I had the VYG leaflet for about a month, and then I decided to find out where it was, and I found out it was just down my road. So I attended, I came Sunday morning, and then I went to the youth group in the afternoon. The Universal Church means to me somewhere I can go to be at peace, somewhere I can go to find help. To be universal is to help anybody who is at need, no matter their background, no matter their race, their religious beliefs. As long as you need help, the Universal Church is there. I came to the church when I was 14, and at the start I was hearing and very active for the first year. But then my downfall was putting my trust and faith into man rather than in God. I was very in and out of the church for about 3 years until a question came into my mind, which was, what have you got that is helping you with your problems? And from that moment on, I started to attend the church properly, because I challenged myself to say, if I put into practice everything I hear, and it doesn't work, then I can say I'm not coming back to the church. So that was my challenge. Doing that challenge, it really helped me to know who God is for myself. And through that, I started to have a personal relationship with God. So I started attending the Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. I started doing things exactly what I was being told through the services. I started being active, but being active for the right reasons. It wasn't to please others because I wanted something to do. It was generally because I wanted to please God. I would evangelize. I would cut off the things that were feeding the negative thoughts in my mind, the things that were feeding my addictions. I cut them off. It didn't take years. It took a matter of months, from the decision to being baptized in water to being baptized in the Holy Spirit. As a person of the Universal Church, I have been a helping hand for those who are in need. I don't only evangelize on Saturday, but on my way to work, on my way to shopping, if I see somebody who's in need, I find the opportunity to bring them to the church. The reason why I didn't do this before was because I didn't understand what a helping hand was. The same way God helped me, I understand that helping others could also bring them to God, who is the solution to their problems. How I see myself now compared to before, I'm much more confident. I'm not addicted to anything. I am free, completely free from pleasing others, free from the negative thoughts that would weigh me down. Through the power of faith, I have seen so much results in different areas. My financial life, from someone who was unemployed to now someone who's working. In my family, I can say I'm an example. I don't regret coming to the Universal Church at all. I don't think I would have seen the difference in me going to anywhere else. I've gone to therapy, counselors, but the results that I saw there are nothing compared to coming to the Universal Church.
So the problems that I faced with were I went through some spiritual issues. So at night I'll be sleeping and there'll be times when I'll feel like a pressure on top of me, or sometimes I'll feel someone tagging me or dragging me off of my bed. Along with that, I used to hear voices as well, and I just couldn't sleep well at night, and I was very paranoid. I went through a lot of issues as well within myself. Like, I just didn't believe in myself. I was very low, very doubtful, suicidal. And apart from that as well, I had like an issue with somebody that was very close to me, my family. And that really had it had like a build-up effect on me and in my life. So all of this basically had its toll on me. I became very paranoid. Like, I couldn't walk without thinking that something was going to happen, or like there'll be times when I'll be in the train station, I'll hear like a voice telling me to jump. So I became very paranoid. I'd have to stand on the wall of like the train station. I became very scared as well, like just afraid of everything. Like, you tell me to do one thing and I would have to double think it because I was so afraid of the consequences that it would bring onto me. I just didn't really trust people, and I was very closed, so I wouldn't really open up to people or hang around with people for so long. Like, I would be two different kind of, I had like a double personality, if that makes sense. Like, you'd think that I was okay, like I was a normal girl, a normal youth, but deep inside I was going through a lot and I didn't know how to express myself. So this led me to like just drinking. So I would just drink just to suppress like what I was feeling. So I would just, when I'm out with my friends, I would just drink just to forget the problems, or just to make sure that nobody gets to know what I was going through, because I was just afraid of what people would think. I thought that they'll think I was crazy, that I was being paranoid. I even thought that they'll probably put me in like a mental institution, because this is not things that you should be going through. I just didn't want to be dimmed as somebody who was just weird. So I just didn't want anybody to know. I didn't think like they needed to know. I thought I would have to live with for the rest of my life. My lowest point was when to this day I remember being at the train station and the train was coming and I was just having a voice in my head that was just telling me, jump, jump, jump. And the fear that I had, because I didn't want to jump, I knew that if I jumped, I would die. And I didn't want to jump. So that for me was my lowest point. That was for me okay, now I really need to find help on how to overcome the situation. One day, somebody that I know that's very close to me, and they brought me to a service, and I was able to speak to somebody that was there. And I used the opportunity because I saw that people's lives were changing. I was in the youth group and I saw that a lot of youths were happy and they were bubbly, and I wanted to be happy and I wanted to be bubbly. It was only then that I was able to receive the help. I was able to see a change, a dramatic change in the areas of my life. For instance, I would go to bed and I didn't feel a presence in my room. I wouldn't go through spiritual attacks at night. And that for me was one of the first key moments of my life, being able to sleep in peace without feeling anything. The voices gradually started to stop. I wouldn't hear voices telling me to jump or to take my life. The family member that I had an issue with, now we're not the best of friends, but the issue that we had has been resolved, if that makes sense. So now everything from where it was before to now has completely changed.
You saw this wonderful story. You saw how the life of a person can change from water to wine. You know, there is a clear difference. And this clear difference is only God that can do. You notice that many times there are people that because they fight, they study, they have some progress in their lives. But who can truly bring a totally and complete transformation is God. You know that the power of God works from inside out. Many times you are a person that you try to fix your outside. You try to fix your outlook. You try to fix your career. You try to fix your family. You try to fix the people that are around you. But you didn't fix yet the most important thing, that is your soul. And that's why you, time to time, when you face a problem, when you stop everything that you are doing, when you reach the night and you are alone at home, many times you cry, many times you become desperate, and so many times that perhaps you even think to end your life. Don't do that, because you are watching us in this moment as a sign of God to change your life. But for God to change your life, you need to do your part, like these people did. These people heard about this faith. These people heard about the faith that is presented through the chains of prayers at the Universal Church. And these people came, they obeyed, and their lives were totally transformed. It's not magic, but it's attitude and action. This is what you need to know, and this is what you need to do. If you want to know more about our ministry, you can visit our website www.uckg.se. We are here in Stockholm. We have also our Stop Suffering prayers in Malmö and in Göteborg. But you can call us from any part of Sweden, also outside Sweden, to know more about our Universal Church, or search in our website. But before I end, I want to call your attention for the day of tomorrow. Every Wednesday, here at the Universal Church, we talk about the soul. We have the prayer of the healing of the soul, where we have a word of faith that lifts you up, that brings you up, and we have the seeking of the Holy Spirit. And many people, they have been attending the services of Wednesday, and their lives has been totally restored with the Holy Spirit. If you want to come, my dear friend, if you are suffering, do not wait for Sunday. Do not wait for when you have possibility. Already set up in your mind, already decided where you are to be with us tomorrow Wednesday. At 7 p.m., that is our main service. Our address is Birger, Jarlsgatan 106. We are very close to the t-bana Tekniska, not also far away from Plan. You are our guest to join us at 7 p.m., okay? By giving this step of faith, surely that your life is gonna start changing, because one thing is you fighting alone, another thing is you fighting with God. And this is what we are proposing to you. Have a blessed night. May God bless you. Tomorrow we'll be back with another program, Problems and Solutions. Take care.
This program is brought to you by UCKG.